Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Summer, and to all of you that keep coming back, hello and welcome back. Quick reminder, if you've never subscribed, just to remind you to click that red button there that says subscribe, and after that click the bell sign. That way you get notification whenever I upload a new video. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about why Freelee is failing and why Freelee will continue to fail. For those of you who do not know who Freelee is, she is a vegan. For those of you that do not know who vegans are, vegans are people that don't believe in eating any meat or even meat products. Vegetarians may eat like eggs and milk and stuff like that, but vegans are the ones that they don't eat anything at all that has to do with meat, eggs, butter, anything at all. Now, I never really knew much about vegans. The thing is, a lot of you that watch my videos know that I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. It's just my preference. I don't eat meat. I rarely eat meat. I don't really like meat myself. I find it gross. You know, I think I've talked about it in some of my videos. You know, I used to work in theater. I'm a nurse. I used to work in theaters, and I have smelled human flesh. It smells the same like meat. I remember my uncle died. I remember my uncle's burial many years ago. I was a very young girl then, and I remember when the cow was being killed. I remember this cow like crying, like I never forgot. And I remember that when the meat was ready, I couldn't eat it. It was just there psychologically. But like over the years, I kind of like just don't like meat. I just find it gross and I just really, don't really like it. But I eat fish, prawn. I don't drink milk. I find it disgusting. The smell is gross. I only drink soya milk. Even eggs, I don't like eggs. This is my personal preference. I don't like eggs at all. I find them disgusting, like just gross. If you make cake and there's eggs in the cake, I will eat the cake anyway. So because I eat a lot of fruits, smoothies and all of that, and I find myself watching this kind of videos sometimes about people that eat mostly fruits and stuff like that, and that's how I stumbled on the vegan community, came across Freelee. Basically, if you do not know, Freelee is a vegan and she doesn't believe in people eating meat. She's made a video where she said that those that eat meat deserve to die. She is like she's very passionate about it. I have nothing wrong. Like I have no issues with somebody being passionate about what they're talking about or what they're doing. I'm the same. I make videos and I get passionate about what I want to talk about. But there are a lot of ways that when I look at Freelee, I just say to myself, she has a message she wants to share. It's a free world. Anybody is free to share any message they want to share. As long as you're not coming out on the street and fighting people and stuff like that. People that even used to follow her are like, we don't follow her anymore, and it seems that like many people are no longer interested in her message. I feel like she's struggling to share her message. I feel like that. She just comes and talks about all these things about people shouldn't eat meat, animals have feelings, and she feels like animals and humans have the same rights. She's trying to reach out to more people, but I find that so many ears are shut. A lot of people don't want to listen to her, and I'm making this video to talk about why she's failing and why she would continue to fail. Or else she changes some of these things, she will continue to fail. I think I'm going to call them 10 reasons why Freelee is failing and why she will continue to fail. And the first thing first I'm going to talk about is when she starts making her speech. She starts off with this swearing and all this not very nice language. There are a lot of people out there that they would shut off the minute they hear you swearing and using all this F word. There are a lot of people that will just shut off straight away. There's a reason why presidents and businesses and all of these people, there's a reason why they don't use F words in their speeches. There's a reason why professionally when you're writing a speech, there's a reason why you do not add F words in it. There's a reason why when you write an assignment, you choose your language. If she wants to reach more people, I think she has to cut off the foul language, my opinion. She really has to cut it off, because many people there are a lot of people that see you as irresponsible the minute you start speaking and you start using the F words. She's trying to reach an international community. There are parts of the world where the F words are just a no-no, but you want to spread the message. Use your F word at home, but when you're talking to people, show some respect to people. And like I said, internationally, cultures are different, and if you want to break through to so many cultures and so many people and cut off the F words. Let me tell you, people that like F words will not shut off your videos because you didn't use an F word, but people that hate it will completely switch off the minute they hear you using F words. So first thing first, I think she should lose the F words. At least that will make people even want to listen to her. So that's the first thing I want to say. She needs to stop using her body as an example. You know, she always talking about, look at me, she's how old? 37, 38, I don't know, 39, something like that. Oh, look at me, look at my body, look at this. I know she's always kind of using her body as an example. I do not think that Freelee's body is the best example to use to show that the vegan diet is working, because looking at her, I don't know if she's underweight, but she looks underweight. She looks very, very, very skinny. And a lot of people that want to be healthy do not necessarily want to be skinny. A lot of people make the mistake of thinking everybody wants to be super skinny. Not everybody. There are a lot of people that just want to be healthy but not super skinny. Freelee looks very, very skinny, and I do not think that her body is an example. My opinion, I don't think her body is the best example to present to people as to why the vegan diet works. Some people are going to look at her body and be like, if that's the kind of body I'm going to get if I go vegan, I don't want. That's the fact. She may not be underweight. I don't know if she is underweight, because we have to go on the weighing scale and go by BMIs. But she may not be underweight, but she looks underweight. And that would put a lot of people off the vegan diet. Her body looks tired and doesn't look fresh. A lot of people want to look fresh. But she's always saying things like, oh, look, she always saying, oh, look, I'm 37, I don't know her age now, 37, 38 or something like that. Oh, look at me, I'm 37, look at my body, da, da, da. I'm myself, I'm 41, I'm gonna be 42 in few months, but I do not want to, you see my cheeks, you see my cheeks, how do I say, look at my cheeks. I don't want to lose that. I don't want my eyes going sunk in. I eat fish, but I feel like I'm doing all right. And by the way, I have 5 children. Yes, I have been pregnant 5 times. I have no multiples. Her body has never been through pregnancy and childbirth and all of these things. You know, they can put toll on people's bodies. A lot of people do not want to be skinny like Freelee. A lot of people. Looking at her, especially the latest videos that I have seen of her, her body looks tired and it doesn't look fresh. Reason number 3, she moved to the jungle and she tries to kind of, you know, promote that kind of life of moving to the jungle and living in the jungle and living this natural life and all of these things. But the thing is this, a lot of people do not want to live in the jungle. This is 2019. People do not want to be living in past centuries. But you always kind of like, you're always in the jungle and showing this life, amazing life in the jungle. That puts a lot of people off. And some people are looking at you like, what is she on about? Living in the jungle and doing your poo in a, what's it called? What was that she called it? Poo's in teeth. And the poo can be recycled or composted. In a lot of people, that puts a lot of people off, like, okay, what is this? When people look at you and they can't relate to your lifestyle, it puts people off. Most people want to watch somebody that is a regular person living in a regular house, go to a job in the morning and come back in the evening. She's telling people about this kind of diet, and people are like, oh yeah, of course you say that because you live in the jungle, so you don't have to be at your job at 9 to 5, you don't have to live a regular life, you don't have to. So they feel like, okay, that diet suits you, you know, it suits you, but it doesn't suit them because they live a regular life. But you are there in the jungle, so that can work. You can decide to eat fruits from the time you wake up in the morning to the time you go to bed at night. While some people be like, no, I have to run out the house, I have to grab a bar, and that bar maybe there's, you know, animal product in it, I have to rush and have a quick breakfast, I don't have the time to plan and be juicing 100 banana, I mean making a juicing 10 oranges at the same time, but you have all the time. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And that makes people feel like, okay, it's not going to work for me because it's going to work for you because you do not have to do 9 to 5. She expresses, I don't know how to phrase this, she seems to be expressing so much hatred for people, you know, so much hatred for people. And the way she, you know, she seems not to care for children, you know, she says some things that are not very nice, you know, about children, abortion. She definitely shows this amazing love for animals, but she doesn't seem to care much for people. She thinks we should stop having children. Freelee thinks that people should stop having children. There shouldn't be any more children being born in the world. When somebody shows so much love for animals but doesn't seem to show love for people, you know, people are not going to listen to you. You will fail because people are going to be like, how can you not like innocent little babies? If you do not like babies, there's something wrong with you, and that will put people off as well. I've heard people say things like her diet is affecting her brain. That's what people believe, but some people are like, oh, she's going crazy. Like, she's going crazy. Like I said, she's trying to reach to people worldwide, internationally, across different cultural backgrounds and all of this. If you want to reach out to a lot of people, you have to realize that a message like that won't wash. Like, it won't get through to a lot of people. There are a lot of cultures where children are seen as precious. You will fail if you start telling them or showing them that you value animals more than humans. You've already failed even before you started. She spends so much time telling people what not to do rather than telling them what to do. She talks about the animals are dying, they are innocent, they have rights like us, or they have feelings, you know, why are you taking the babies away from their mothers and all of these things. You know, she says all of these things, but she doesn't spend that much time. I don't see her spending time telling people what to do instead. Sometime last year, she did, I think she did about a few weeks of showing people what she eats and kind of showing foods and stuff like that. That didn't last long. It didn't last long. And I don't know why did it not last long. Does she not really enjoy showing people what to do, or she just prefers to just come out and tell people you can't eat animals, it's wrong to eat animals, animals are this? You are not going to succeed because all you're telling them, don't eat animals. But what about telling them what they should do and how they should do it? Not everybody knows what to do when it comes to vegan diet. Not everybody. You can't tell people not to eat animals without showing them the alternatives. What do you want them to eat? A lot of people have been eating animals from the day they were born. Like, the minute they are born in hospital, they are getting, you know, formulas, which is an animal product. And then all of a sudden, you tell them, don't eat meat. Okay, what should we do then? She's not providing this information, so she's going to fail. You find people like Fully Raw Christina. I'm not eating her diet as well, but she eats a lot of fruits, and I love fruits, so I watch her videos. And you know, you find Fully Raw Christina, she spends so much time showing what she eats and what she's eating. I don't hear her. Like, that's the thing. She's doing well. She is doing really well. A lot of people are listening to her, and because she spends so much time telling people what to do. But Freelee, on the other hand, spends so much time telling people what not to do. So, but you know, at least Christina, you know, Fully Raw Christina is showing people the alternatives, which Freelee, I feel like she's failing to do that. So that's something else. I think another area where I feel Freelee is failing, and she will continue to fail if she doesn't start spending time showing people actually what to do. There are a lot of people that would love to eat vegan diet, but they don't know where to start from. They don't know what to eat. They don't know how to go. You know, it's good to come out and start sharing that kind of information. She makes eating a chore. She makes it look like a chore. I've never seen her eating anything and my appetite grew just by looking at her eat. No, I feel like her diet is boring. Her diet is boring. A lot of people around the world love food. It's one of the most natural things in the world, is to love food. And I don't see her presenting anything that's like, oh wow. A lot of people are not going to do that. You know, that's not realistic. So she's going to fail. People have been eating for years. You can't expect them to snap out of eating. Show them food. A lot of people do not want to live on bananas. There are a lot of amazing foods out there. Like, I don't eat animal products. I don't eat animal products. My choice. I'm not vegan. But even if I was, I'm not even going to say it, because I noticed in the vegan community, the moment you tell them you're vegan, then there's a problem. And it becomes their right to come and tell you what you should do and what you not should do, what time you should go to bed, what time you should wake up in the morning. They make it difficult for themselves. She's making food boring. Show people food. You know, chips is vegan. If you don't want oil in it, you can air fry your chips. Baked beans is vegan. Even African beans. You know, I'm African, so I eat a lot of you know, African food. You can make potatoes as a porridge. You can have fried rice. You can make it the vegan way. There's so many amazing meals, hot meals as well, because Freelee is always eating cold things, and a lot of people want to eat something warm and nice for the body. You want to eat your food and be happy with every single scoop you put into your mouth. But Freelee is just chewing fruits all the time, and that puts a lot of people off. And it's one of the reasons why she's failing. She is not showing people food, not fruit. Not everybody wants to just chewing fruits. No, there's plantain. You can make your plantain, cook your unripe plantain, roast your plantain. There's so many things you can eat rather than just, you know, eating cold food. Freelee, in my opinion, she makes food uninteresting, and I think that's one of the reasons why she's failing, and she will continue to fail if she doesn't change that. Freelee says she loves the animals, she cares about the animals, it's all about the animals and all of these things. And then she wrote a book. Okay, she wrote a book, and she wrote this book, and she said, I've never seen the book. Usually she talked about it on her channel. You would think that someone that is trying to promote a vegan diet so much, like, she's very passionate. There's nothing wrong with being passionate, it's good, you know. She's very passionate about it, but she wrote this book, and the book is not free. Okay, it's not free. And there are a lot of people that question the idea of, okay, you wrote a book to help people to go vegan, but you're selling the book. Why can't you make it free, so to inspire people more? If you're really in love with animals like you say you are, and you really want to stop, you really want to help people to stop eating animal products, you would allow these books to go for free just because it's all about the animals. She has a channel that is doing really well, and the thing is this: if she come out from that book, she keeps showing from that book whatever is in the book. She how do I say it? She shows people how she made them up, or whatever, the combination of whatever is in the book. That's already a video, and a lot of people would watch it. She's still gonna make a lot of money from the view. You know, her views have dropped now. She used to get like millions of views in the past, but she's getting like, maybe her views have dropped a lot, you know. If it's really truly about the animals, why not sacrifice this book? Those that want to buy can still go ahead and buy it, but you can look into you can still sell the book, you know. She can still sell the book, but at least one page today, she can just come on her channel and show people this is this and this, and that way that would inspire people more. Let me tell you, a lot of these books, a lot of people won't buy it. Some people that are really keen may buy it, but some people are kind of like about it, they won't buy it, and they will never get to know what's in the book. The best way to make sure that a lot of people get to know what's in the book would have been to make it free. Make it free. No, not make it free, sorry. I'm not saying give away the books for free, but whatever is in the book, make up videos from what's in the book, so that many people can get the ideas from your videos. Because she said it's all about the animals, I think she should have been willing to make the sacrifice. It's an ebook, so it's even easy to make it free, because it's not even like printing copies and sending it to the post or whatever. It's an ebook. People can easily just go there and read it, or make it so cheap that people can't resist, you know. But I think the great thing would have been to, you know, make videos based on the book, because at the end of the day, it's about promoting veganism. But she put it up for sale, and honestly, a lot of people won't be buying it. And the message that is in that book is gonna be only for some people, not for everybody. She's free to do what she wants to do, 100%. It's her freedom. But I'm just saying that that would have been an opportunity for her to, you know, promote the vegan diet. Whatever is in that book, help to push it out there, you know, to help her succeed in the message she's trying to pass, the message she's trying to you know, to pass across. Another reason why she's failing is this: she seems to not be conscious of the fact that a lot of people are sick, unwell from vegan diet, and she doesn't address these things. She comes out and she talks about it like, oh, the vegan diet is the best thing, scientifically proven, blah blah blah, you know, all these things, but she's not actually, you know, dealing with real issues. A lot of people are unwell on vegan diet. I'm not vegan, but I don't eat animal products. I take supplements because my iron levels are dropping, you know, because I have done my best. I'm not even vegan, and I'm not even trying to be vegan. It's just me not liking meat, and I'm getting injections to keep my iron levels up, and I'm not even like bang on vegan, and yet I'm getting this. My doctor is the same. She doesn't eat red meat. She just can't stand red meat, and you know, she's a doctor, and she's taking supplements all the time, getting injections like me all the time, and all of this struggle we're going through because we're not eating the normal diet that other people are eating. She makes it look like it's easy, you know. Look at me, my bloods are fine. That's great that her bloods are fine. A lot of people's bloods are not fine. So if she's going to promote the vegan diet, she really needs to sit down, get a professional. When I say professional, someone that is educated when it comes to how to manage your health when it comes to veganism. educated, has a qualification. Because people want to be healthy. At the end of the day, nobody wants to be like, oh, don't kill the animals. They end up being the ones unwell because they want to save the animals. They don't want to harm themselves because they don't want to harm animals. A lot of people have left. It's common now in the vegan community. A lot of people have left the vegan diet because of their health. You know, so Freelee is not addressing that aspect of things. Freelee would say her bloods are fine. That's great for you, Freelee. But a lot of people's bloods are not fine. And I'm not making this video to bash her or anything like that. But if she can actually sit down and think about all these things I'm talking about and begin to put things in place, because it seems she's very passionate about this thing. Freelee needs to sit down with a professional that knows so much about nutrition and human health to come out and educate people on what the real diets are, equip people to be able to be vegan, because I'm not planning to be vegan, and this video is not coming to tell people to be vegan, but I'm just saying why she's failing. And I feel like if you have a message, you have to share your message. But the thing is, she needs to come out and, you know, concentrate on helping people to understand how to be safely vegan. Because your health is fine with a vegan diet does not mean everybody's health is going to be fine. Those problems need to be addressed. If not, more and more people are not going to show interest in veganism. And even some people that are already vegan, they're going to keep dropping out of the veganism because of their health reasons. Do your research. Go out there and come out with information that will help people when it comes to their health. You know, it's not just about you coming and saying your own health is fine. A lot of people's healths are not fine. If she wants to succeed, she needs to come out and address these things. So that's definitely one of the reasons why Freelee is failing. She'll continue to fail if she doesn't address this issue about human health and, you know, safety. When I say failing, I hope you know what I mean. When I say failing, where she's failing in passing her message across, or she's failing in being able to convince a lot of people, failing in, you know, spreading her message. Another reason is that she seems to be oblivious to the fact that her lifestyle is not possible for a lot of people. Not a lot of people can live on fruits and vegetables. Not a lot of people. There are many parts of the world where fruits are very expensive. I noticed in this vegan community, you know, there's actually a thing called vegan community on YouTube here. I find that a lot of them, when they go vegan, they move to a tropical country. You know why? Because these countries have fruits so cheap. They can just buy it for next to nothing. Not everybody can get up and move to a tropical country. So what's going to happen to people that live in countries where, you know, the amount of money they use to buy a handful of fruits is what you use to buy baskets and baskets of it in a tropical country, because you can afford to quit your job and just go live somewhere in the middle of nowhere or in a tropical country. And when she makes video giving out, like, or attacking those that are eating animals and eating animal products and all this, she doesn't seem to realize that some people, that's all they can afford. The other day I watched a documentary of this country where these families go to McDonald's and they take all the scraps, people's leftovers, and they go home to feed their children on that. Those people are not going to be listening to Freelee, because they can't afford to listen to Freelee. A lot of societies, the people that can afford a lot of fruit are people that have money that can afford it. They're not cheap. I eat a lot of fruit, but so what I do sometimes when there's sales, I just buy and I stock up, I freeze some, I put some in the fridge, but I can afford it. Not everybody can. And I can tell you that the amount of money that I would spend on fruit, if I was to spend it on some other things, I would buy more food stuff with it than I would spend that if it's fruit. So Freelee, when she's basically giving out to everybody for eating meat, she seems to not realize that she's privileged. Not everybody is that privileged. And that's what I'm saying about telling people what not to do without showing them what they should actually do. You know, show people on a budget. Like, let's say a family of 5, husband and wife and 3 children. Do a budget and see. Try to educate people and tell them the best places to get fruit, get affordable fruit, how they can manage their finances to be able to afford eating fruit. If you don't do practical things like this, your message won't sell, because people need things that are practical, things that they can truly do. So Freelee doesn't seem to spend time educating people in this area, and she will continue to fail to reach more people because she doesn't address you know, things like that. Another reason why Freelee is failing, and some of them seems to be overlapping some of the things, but they're not actually the same. But another reason why Freelee is failing, and she'll continue to fail if she doesn't realize these things and address, you know, people according to things like this. Freelee moved from the city to the jungle. She's living in this tranquility of, you know, all of these things. But the thing is this, her lifestyle is not sustainable for the vast majority of people, unrealistic. And something else is this: people are watching her and they are like, okay, she's living there in the jungle, but the rest of us are living here, and the rest of us that are living here are the reasons why she can stay in the jungle. She stays in the jungle and she's making videos and she's editing it on a computer. She's using an SD card. She's going to upload it onto YouTube. What I'm saying is this: that SD card is not manufactured by somebody sitting down in the jungle. The computer she's using is not manufactured by somebody sitting down in the jungle. The YouTube she's uploading it to, there's something we call the YouTube team. The people that work with YouTube and make it possible for us to have a platform called YouTube. They are not sitting down in the jungle. The internet that she's going to upload on, these things are being run by people out here trying to make this whole thing work. And let me tell you, if we all move into the jungle, Freelee's channel will be dead, because we will all be in the jungle, living like cave people, you know, living like our ancestors. We will all forget about our computers, or throw away our phones. But if we don't use the internet and we just all move into the jungle and live in the jungle, Freelee will not even have a channel, because there'll be nobody to watch it. There'll be nobody to watch it, because we're all the jungle people. But she's in the jungle making videos for us that are out here to watch. If we're not out here to watch her videos, she wouldn't have a channel. And she doesn't have a channel, she wouldn't have a source of income. And if she doesn't have a source of income, believe me, she will not be able to buy those fruits she's eating in the jungle. And if she has no food, she'll be running out of that jungle to come out here, come and make an income like the rest of us. These are the things that when people look at it, they just feel like she's out of her mind. She has to come back to reality and deal with people according to not just her lifestyle in the country, not just like a lifestyle in the jungle. Deal with people according to normal lifestyle in normal everyday life. We're not all planning to move into the jungle. There's going to be life out here. Her message has to reach everybody out here. It shouldn't be for people that want to be. The truth is this: she's there in the jungle with this tranquility and everything, but she's benefiting so much from what us out here are doing out here to keep the world going round. I remember there was a time she had a tooth extraction. If somebody didn't go to college, go study to be a dentist, if somebody did not get the training, people gain their knowledge from being out here, not by sitting in the jungle. You know, she's there in the jungle and she's benefiting so much from what the people out here are doing. We are keeping the system going, and if she falls sick, she's going to come out of the jungle to go into a hospital. Why people look at her and be like, oh my god, I have seen so many comments saying that she's gone crazy. To be like, oh my goodness, what's wrong with her? Like, people can't relate, and that's why a lot of people will not listen to her message. And she has to bear all of these things in mind, you know, to, if she wants to succeed to pass her message across, she has to really look at some of these things and begin to think about how to make her message get through to everybody, not just people that believe in going to the jungle, even people that believe in staying out here. She has to look at all these things, sit down, write down, take note, and really prepare. She absolutely says she loves the animals, but she really has to do all these things. If not, she will continue to fail. And the last thing I want to say is this: I feel like, you know, we have to realize that the diet you're trying to promote, if it's not readily available to everyone worldwide, let me tell you, one of the easiest things in the world to find everywhere in the world is animal products. I had this in mind and I thought to myself, why not come here and share it? And with that, I'm just going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.